Let's go. Let's get this started. Doubleheader today. Early is this, and then 2 hours after that, I'll be back for NHL Saturday night, featuring the rematch of the Stanley Cup Finals. You listen to McDavid and Draisaitl. They've been aiming for this, so we'll see that later tonight. Meanwhile, let's start with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to talk about this great defensive coordinator who, in Miami 2 years ago, Dolphins people said this man couldn't coach. You had Jalen Ramsey, the man who got spit at last weekend by Jamar Chase, uh, said this man couldn't coach. Well, he goes to Philly, and this man takes over the 30th worst defense in the league. Now they're a top three unit in the league. And I don't think it's because all of a sudden Philadelphia got some talent. I think it's because this man can really coach defense. And it's mighty funny how you can be in one situation, and we all know that Miami is a disaster. Miami is a year after year joke. They said this man couldn't do the job. Yet he goes to Philadelphia, turns their whole defense around in 1 year, and they wanted to go to the Super Bowl, and they may win another Super Bowl. Now, before I continue praising this man and his defense, I want to talk about the quarterback there, and I'm gonna be real with you. If you are a black man right now, talk about FBA, the diaspora, you're gonna know what I'm about to say is the truth. And to me, this is very stunning. What has came out according to Mike Florio on Thursday. The reason why Jalen Hurts don't throw the football is not because he's scared to throw the football, because he doesn't want to, because of who he's throwing it to. I think for the last 3 years, you will have seen scenes on the sidelines where AJ Brown is yelling and screaming at Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts did something which you don't really see in pro sports, especially from a starting NFL $48 million a year quarterback. He said, F this. I'm not throwing it to your black ass. That is A.J. Brown. I'd rather eat the football myself and improvise with Devontae Smith, uh, the tight end, and Saquon. What has happened is Jalen Hurts has sabotaged the Eagle offense, doesn't listen to the coaches. Remember, I told you a year ago, he has no respect for Nick Sirianni whatsoever. And what has this led to is a quarterback that, even if he wins this year, the Eagles will try their best to get rid of next spring. He has totally disassociated himself with his teammates. He's one of these guys that is Jalen is he has a little bitch in him. Remember, he surrounds himself with women all the time, which to me is okay, but I would never do that. Never. And he does that, and you get the tendencies sometimes of women. And he has been very bitchy towards AJ Brown to the point where he don't even throw him the football. He throws it to him when he wants to. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: they want to beat Dallas tomorrow. He better throw the football to AJ Brown. He best better do that. Okay, he better do that because right now the Eagles are playing good football, but they dumbing the game down. And I said they would against the Lions last week. What was the score? 17-9. They held the Lions to 3 field goals. Their defense is that great under this man right here. And I'll get back to Fangio in a second. That is a problem. But and I think what the Eagles is hoping for deep inside. Right now they got 2 Super Bowls in 7 years. But Hurts does F up. And he's the reason why they don't get back to a championship game. And if that is the case, they have every reason to get rid of him. And everything I will say, they will say also. Do I think it's going to happen? Yeah. You know why? Because I just told you why. Jalen Hurts acting like a bitch, don't want to throw A.J. Brown football. He's totally phased him out of the offense. And sometimes when you get the money, and trust me, folks, he got the bag, $48 million. The owner has basically given him control because he's the quarterback. He's the face of the franchise. I think a lot of people will say Saquon is the face of the franchise, but you get my point. And that is going to be a major problem in Philadelphia moving forward. Because if they keep him around, one of them is going to go. Now, if they repeat as champions, then they will move A.J. Brown very quickly. Matter of fact, they'll move him probably a week after the Super Bowl. They'll just get rid of him. But if they don't win the Super Bowl, then they'll make calls to get Hurts out of there. And the only reason why Hurts is getting away with it because they're 8-2. And they have dominated. Whenever they want to play, they'll play. That's the way the Eagles are. When they want to play football, they'll play football. Wait till they get to Buffalo in a couple of weeks, okay? Wait till they get to Orchard Park. You want to talk? If you think the beating Josh Allen took in Houston, wait till the Eagles come in, okay? All right, let me cut this bullshit off, this college football. Oklahoma cost me some money. Pieces of shit. Didn't want to go up the score. I don't want to hear about Missouri's offense. F Missouri. Lost my parlay. Let me get back to this. So you're looking at an Eagle team moving forward, but one of these two guys is going to go. And I'll say it again. If they win another Super Bowl, then A.J. Brown is out the door. If they lose, don't get to a Super Bowl, then they'll go heaven and earth to get rid of Hurts and bring in a quarterback that will get A.J. Brown football. It's the only reason why he's getting away with it right now. It's because, like I said, he's won a Super Bowl. He should have won 2 Super Bowls. They robbed the Eagles 3 years ago against the Chiefs. He was the best player in the game. I don't want to hear that Patrick Mahomes bullshit. He was the best player in the game. And as far as the Eagle goes, I don't know. I mean, we'll find out. That's the beautiful thing about the N.F.L. Every week is a new story. Okay. Let me see. I'm always looking at the N.F.L. side. You know that? Get my facts straight and everything. Tomorrow, we'll have a plethora of games at 1 o'clock, but our main game will be the Colts and Arrowhead, Vikings and Packers, Steelers, and Bears. And then I'll be back for the nightcap. I'll skip Eagles and Cowboys. I'll take a nap. I'll be back for the showdown tomorrow for the Buccaneers. Tomorrow is like the title of the thumbnail, laying it on the line in LA. That's the that's going to be the Buccaneers. If the Buccaneers win tomorrow night, they have a very good chance to get home field in the NFC because their last 6 games, Arizona, Atlanta, Carolina, all 3 of those are at home. They got New Orleans at home, at Miami, at Carolina. And we're going to do a special Monday night. I'm going to come on Monday. I got to give Carolina some love, folks. I very rarely do it. We'll do a showdown for the wild card. This is big game for both teams. Monday Night Football. Who the hell knew Carolina's in San Francisco Monday night? From there, we'll be up tomorrow night for Monday night's game. It'll be Chase Young and McCaffrey on the phone there. I wanted to put Rico Dowdell. Maybe I will put Rico Dowdell as the thumbnail. Now let's do the Eagles the rest of the way. Okay, we'll do it right now for you. Green Bay has the toughest schedule. I was going to talk about Jordan Love today. I'll do it tomorrow morning. I'll talk about Jordan Love tomorrow. For all you Jordan Love haters, you're going to love what I got to say about him tomorrow morning. Stay tuned for that. I'll be on tomorrow at 12:20 Eastern Time with the pregame show. And then we'll go straight to Kansas City for the Colts in Kansas City, Vikings in Green Bay, Bears and Steelers. Then I'll be back. I'll give you a recap of the 1 o'clock games. Then I'll be back 7:20 Eastern Time. I'll pick up the end of the Cowboy game if it's that way. And we'll have Tampa and the Rams tomorrow night. Huge game in LA tomorrow. And I don't see too many Tampa Bay fans making that trek to LA. Oh. Let's see. Let me take a look. Yeah. I'll be back in a second, folks. Let's go for the Eagles schedule, like I said. Let me take a look. All right. Let's go through the Eagles schedule, folks. This is the Eagles the rest of the way. At Dallas, the Bears on Friday. Remember that day. That's a big game. The Bears on Friday. I may do that game since it's at 3 o'clock. I will do that game. Bears are 7-3. They win against the Steelers on tomorrow, that is going to be a huge game in Philadelphia. And don't look now, the Bears get home field too. I don't see the Packers getting. Matter of fact, I'll say it here now. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't see Green Bay making the playoffs. I don't. And I'll get into it tomorrow. I can see the Bears getting in. The Lions are going to get in. The question with the Lions will be, will they be a 2 seed or will they be a 3 seed and play on the road? That's going to be the question with the Lions. Do they have to go to LA? And they play LA week 15 in Los Angeles. That may be a game I'll do up here. It's 5, 6 great games. I'm definitely doing Patriots and Bills at 1 o'clock, and then I'll pick which game to do at 4:30. There's 4 of them. I'll put all of them up, but what game I'll be focused on, I'm not sure. But I'll talk more about that in the pregame tomorrow. I do not see Green Bay making the playoffs, and it's going to be hell to pay in Green Bay. At the Chargers on my birthday, I will do that game. Then they got the Raiders. They get a bye. They get another bye with the Redskins. And then this is what I told you guys, 4:25. Ravens at Packers is the early game that day. Eagles at Buffalo is the late game. And then they finish with the Redskins. So they get 1, 2, 3 byes the rest of the way. So Dallas, Chicago, the Chargers, and the Bills. They got 4 tough games left. They'll win the other 3 games. Trust me, they will. So right now, the Eagles got 11 wins. Let's just say that. The other 4 games will tell you where they're going. Right now, even though they're 8-2, they'll beat the Raiders and Redskins at home, and they'll beat them in Washington. So that's the Eagles the rest of the way. Now let's get to Vic Fangio, like I said before. When he was in Miami 2 years ago, you had nothing but Dolphin crybabies. What's up, baby? Dolphin crybabies and players, I'm talking about, crying about how this man couldn't coach. Okay? Oh, he can't coach. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Blah, blah, blah. Mighty funny how a year later, after they ran him out of Miami, they went mutual ways. He goes to the 30th ranked defense in the league. Let me repeat that. The 30th ranked defense in the year 2023 in the N.F.L. Go look it up if I'm lying. He goes there, and what does he do? He wins there. Wins the Super Bowl there. Okay? Wins the Super Bowl there. And all of a sudden, the man who they said couldn't coach, he didn't even, the league passed him by, and he kept telling you fools down in South Florida, kept telling you, when it's good for the league when the Dolphins are relevant again. And we all know they're not relevant for shit. And he was right. He goes to Philly, wins Super Bowl. How is that possible? I'll tell you how that's possible. Structure in Philadelphia. Players willing to learn. Players who want to win. You don't get that in Miami. That's a story for a different day. Oh, man. That's a story for a different day. But let me just get to the point again. So he goes to Philadelphia, turns that around miraculously, and they're going to win the Super Bowl. But how could that be? I'll say it again. Philadelphia is about winning. Miami is about losing. So it's like a whole different world. When you go one place, you're winning. You know what I'm saying? They believe in championships in Philadelphia. Structure in Philadelphia. Okay? In Miami, it's comedy. It's been comedy for the last 31 years and counting. Okay? Right? That's how it's been in Miami. I told you people that. And I said, hey, but I ain't gonna get into that ass group. I'll wait till next week when they play against the Saints, and they better not lose next week. I'll tell you that. Their dumbasses better not lose next week. Shit. Now I'll tell you something. Except for quarterback, the Saints are the better team. You put two on the Saints right now, they're fighting Tampa Bay and Carolina for the division. Right now. If you put two in Tampa. If you put two in New Orleans. Oh yeah. Sure will. Sure ass. You put Tungle over. In New Orleans, that's an 11-win football team, folks. Tells you how bad that team in Miami is. So they run this great defensive mind out of town. Hey, did you do what I told you to do, Jims? Did you do that? Did you pick up those two guys I told you to do? Please do. You got 3 games left. You can win all of them, bro. Go do it. Sent that note to you. Go do it. I want to hear that. Because I looked last night. You didn't do it yet. I'm disappointed in you. But you didn't do it yet. Go do what I asked you to do. Want to be on my good side? Do what I asked you to do. And you'll be just fine. Okay? So they run him out of Miami. And he goes to Philly. Gets the 30th best defense going to win the Super Bowl. Can't make this up. And they're well on their way to a second Super Bowl. Now, what I said earlier about Jalen Hurts, if you tuned in, and you have Mike Florio acting stupid, don't know why he's not throwing the football because he can't stand AB, can't stand A.J. Brown. I'll put it in the chat. Go do that right now. Very available. Go do that right now. I just put it in the chat. Let me get back to what I was saying. So you got Hurts, who the whole team can't stand because he's being a little bitch. And that's what happens. You hang around women all the time, which he does, because all the women work for him. And he got a gorgeous wife, by the way. And, what are you going to say? Go do it right now, Jims. And then come back up here. Like I was saying, I believe tomorrow's game, he has to start throwing that football to A.J. Brown. This is week 12 right now. Okay? This is week 12. All right? No more playing games with this. You got 51 other players who are depending on you to put points on the board. Cut the BS and throw them the football. Just do it. throw him the ball. I know sometimes these receivers are a bunch of assholes. You saw what Jamar Chase did last week. So you're going to need them come money time. And these dumbass media people acting all blind and dumb. The second Florio said he wasn't throwing the football to him, I knew what was going on. I've seen it the last 3 years where A.J. Brown would berate him on the sidelines. And that's not a good look to the face of your franchise. And now he's being a bitch about it by saying, you know what? F you. You know, this is some FBA shit, what he's doing. And basically, it's going to come back to haunt them unless they start putting him in the offense now. He has no respect for Sirianni. He has no respect for his offense coordinator. So what that tell you is Jeffrey Lurie, the owner, is going to let him do what he do as long as they're winning. And if you just join me, I'll say it again. If they repeat and win the Super Bowl, they'll get rid of A.J. Brown within a 10-day period. Roseman will get rid of his ass so fast because there are teams who need an A.J. Brown. If they don't get back to the Super Bowl, then they will get rid of Hurts. Because this is not a good quarterback draft. If you want to get rid of your quarterback, this is the year to do it. Because this draft is not that good. At 27 is the draft. That's when it's going to be a monster draft in 27 when it comes to quarterback. So players are not happy. Hurts has complete control of that team now. And if you do like A.J. Brown did the last couple of years, and I've seen a lot of it, where he's berating this guy on the sidelines. I think another problem with Jalen Hurts that his teammates have with him is that he's too cool. You know, you got him, you got Love. That these guys have other priorities in their life. Now, to me, the difference between the two guys is Love is all about football. That's why him and Michael Parsons are so tight. Those are two young men that love to play, eat, sleep the game of football. Jalen Hurts is more of a brand. He's about his marketing. He's about his image. He should have 2 Super Bowls by now in the MVP because he was the best player in football in 2022. And like I said, these media members play favorites, and whoever they don't like, they tear down. And it's going to be interesting watching Philadelphia the rest of the way because they win very effortlessly. But when they do come to play, they are clearly the supreme team in this league. I mean, if I had to rank the teams right now, I'll go Philly, the Rams, clearly the 2 best teams in football, in my opinion. Then I would go New England 3, Tampa 4, Buffalo 5. And the reason why I don't put Denver in my top 5 is because I got to see some more offense from them, especially in the running game. Denver, if you stop the running game, they're done. I love Bo Nix. I love him. I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback, but I will give him top 15, not top 10. No. And don't look now, but if you saw that beatdown on Thursday, what the Texans did to Josh Allen, they've won 6 of their last 8. They're coming on. Remember, Houston started 0-3. Okay. Stroud's coming back. We're going to do that game next Sunday as they go to Indianapolis next week. We're going to do that game. That'll be our early game next Sunday. Our late game will be Minnesota at Seattle next week. This week, like I said, tomorrow our main game will be the Chiefs. The Colts and the Chiefs tomorrow. I'll skip the Eagle game. Then I'll be back up here for Tampa Bay and the Rams. So, it should be a very, very good day of football tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it, especially that game tomorrow night. This is tomorrow. That game starts at 1 o'clock Eastern. We'll be in Arrowhead tomorrow for that one. And then we'll be in LA tomorrow night. That should be good. I mean, you want to see 2 teams really go at it, folks? You wait till tomorrow night in Hollywood. That's going to be a great one. That'll be our game tomorrow night. Laying it on the line in LA. Baker on the left. My MVP, 27 touchdowns, 2 picks. Matthew Stafford. He's not going to get a vote because the media plays favorites, and that's a story I will talk about tomorrow night before the game. But that is our games tomorrow. Let's talk about this great man right here. The man who many people in the Miami organization said, oh, the game is passed him by. Really? This man, and you can look it up, took the 30th ranked defense in the N.F.L. in 2023 and made them a dominant defense. Now, how did that happen? You tell me. Yeah. You guys tell me how when he was in Miami, he didn't know what he was doing. Yeah, he goes to Philly with the 30th ranked defense the year before he got there, and they dominate all year. How did that happen? Is it maybe because Howie Roseman knew what this man can do? And the second Miami and him split ways, he was in Philadelphia in a couple of days? Are you serious? Why do you think a great football man like Howie Roseman said, oh, he's available? Oh, really? Let's go get him. Yeah. And how did that work out for Philly? You want to know something funny? The Dolphins are still in the playoff hunt. Now, I got them going 3-3 the rest of the way. The word on the street is, and I've been saying this because I have someone who works down there for years, okay? If he goes, I'm talking about that idiot head coach, if he goes 8-9, he'll keep his job. Even if he goes 7-10, he'll keep his job. Anything less than that, you know that idiot owner He likes jet people. Don't be surprised when Rex get that job. Rex Ryan. Don't be surprised. Back to Fangio. They call his defense Fangiology, and it's working. Let me give you the key of the Philly defense. The key to their defense, folks, is they have 5 guys in the secondary that can match up with any of your 5 receivers. And when they're matching up with your receivers, that gives the pass rush plenty of time to get to the quarterback. And that is the secret of the Philadelphia Eagle defense. When they got Williams and Cooper DeJean, I remember I was up here a year and a half ago. And I was telling the guys up here how bad Green Bay wanted Cooper DeJean. Green Bay got cute. Eagles traded up and took both DBs they wanted. Look at the Eagles now. And it comes back to coaching. I'll say it again. The guy in Miami right now, their defensive coordinator, they wanted him to replace McDaniel. I got Miami going 3-3. I think McDaniel will keep his job. And I know a lot of Dolphin fans don't want to hear that. But I see him keeping his job in Miami. And I think what the Dolphins are going to do, Ross is going to go 1 year with a new structure. Don't buy that bullshit. They're going to find a GM. I'll believe that when I see it. Okay? And they're going to do things right. And Joe Rose was talking about this, and Joe Rose is a man who I hold in high regard. Okay? And the word on the street is they're going to take the ball out of the quarterback hands and go with the running game with Gordon and Achane, which I think is a very smart move. And I've been saying this since I've been up here. Well, no, you got assholes in the Dolphin community who really believe Tua is a 45 touchdown quarterback. And these same assholes, like Eric, my good buddy, Eric McIntosh, you can put the initials together, try to tell me I'm too old. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, guess what? I've been right all along. Why? For you dumbass members of the Dolphin community, I've been around a lot longer than you've been alive. A lot of you ass clowns only joined once Tua got there. How did that work out for you? What stupid ass organization would draft a quarterback with a busted hip? Are you fucking kidding? Now you get me, because this Dolphin community gets me rised up. How stupid are you? Burrow's been to a Super Bowl. Hurts is a Super Bowl MVP. Love is won a playoff game. Should have won 2. Herbert got Harbaugh now with him. That's working out pretty good now. Who did I leave? You guessed it. But I'll say it again. If you put Tua on the Saints, they're an 11-win team. See, the Saints, when you play them next Sunday, the only thing you're better than them, I'm talking about the Dolphins now, the only position you're better than them. It's quarterback. That's and look what they got. A very good offensive line, very physical. 3 running backs to hand off to. Chris Olave to throw to. Tight end is good. A very good defense. A little creaky, If you give 2 of that in New Orleans, oh my Lord. And if you're the Dolphins, hey, look. You want to go with them one more year, get ready for 27, more power to you. But if a team like the Saints are dumb enough, they give you their pick, you take the pick and say, Tua, bye. Go 1-11 in New Orleans. We're rebuilding right now. And I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to get back to Fangio. Well, I'm going to say this one more time about the Dolphins. I'm going to leave it at this for Dolphin idiots out there. You have to prove that you can draft consistently for at least 5 years in a row, beginning this year coming up. No more BS. I don't want to hear it. I'm glad that they're playing the kids now down there in Miami. Paul's going to be a superstar at left tackle. Austin Jackson's a piece of shit. Okay? Like Joe Rose said, he never plays. All right? In this draft, wherever you're already out of the top 5, so Dolphins fan, forget about getting the top pick. It's over. They won too many damn games. You damn ass clowns in Miami can't even tank right. Well, this is my message to the Dolphins and their fan base. Get the most physical, agile right tackle with that pick. Even if you have to trade down a little, get more assets. Get more assets for 27. Forget this draft. I mean, you got a couple of third rounders, so what? Just hope they can be on the field come September of 2026. Can they be there on the field instead of, they're developing? Kiss my effing ass. They better be on the field in Miami. That's what you have to do, Dolphins, to get back to where you once was. Get this, folks. 33 is going to be 34 years ago. Hey, Melina, how you doing, sweetie? 34 years ago since you were relevant in this league. Okay? 34 years ago. You're going to have to get back to that stage. And how you do it is you draft better. I don't want to hear about this ass clown Dumbo ears owner of yours. He sucks ass. Ross sucks ass, right? Draft better in the trenches. Go get you a tight end with one of your third rounders that you have. Build that offensive line for no matter who the quarterback is. Run the goddamn football. That's how they were a dynasty 53 years ago. Dan Marino's not walking through that door. And for you assholes who said that Tua was better than Marino, that's why guys like me laughed and spit on the Dolphin community. Okay? You draft better. You owe it to this is a fan base that's very divided because you got the guys like me who saw the dynasty years. You got the Marino crowd. You got the Ricky crowd, and then you got the Stephen Ross crowd that have seen nothing. I shut down Manzano up here last Sunday. And this idiot said, get this, for you Dolphin fans in the clouds, get this, that they drafted Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor in 2007 and 2008. Can you believe that? That he actually said that out of his mouth? And this is why, again, Dolphin community, why guys like me laugh at you. You laugh at me, now I'm laughing at you. Because for all the years you clowns been together, you have nothing. No effing results at all. Not a goddamn thing to show for you all thinking you know everything and none of you know a goddamn thing. Let's keep it 1,000. Okay, Dolphin community? Let's keep it real. You don't know shit. You're a bunch of lying ass clowns, right, Eric? Okay, and this is the same Eric McIntosh who had the audacity to come up here and say that Waddle is better than Parsons and Sewell. If you had Sewell, Tua never has concussions. You ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that, Dolphin fan? No, you don't think about that because in your damn mind, you won 10 Super Bowls. Every year we're going to the goddamn Super Bowl, and every year you're home by Christmas. Okay? Let's stop the comedy with you guys in the Dolphin community. You guys don't know a damn thing. You think you do, you don't know. All right? Where's Pete's takes at? Last time he was up here, believe it or not, guys, it was nearly 2 years ago. He came up here and he said two things. He said, number one, the Dolphins were at Michigan Pro Day and they was going to trade a couple of number ones to get J.J. McCarthy. Number two, he said, and Manzano's dumbass ate it up as always, that they was going to trade 5 number ones for Justin Herbert. Okay? And this is the type of lies and stupidity that your community spits every goddamn day that the earth is moving. So I don't want to hear the lies, the bullshit. What about my man Reasons? Him and Eric McIntosh telling you damn fools that a quarterback that can only throw 45 yards at best had the arm of God. And you sucker asses believe that dumb shit. Okay? Well, my quarterback, and I don't give a damn what ESPN says about him. Okay? Troy Aikman ripped him again this week. I don't know why Troy got this beef with Jordan Love. I don't know what it is. But at least my quarterback can throw 80 yards in a dime. At least my quarterback I can say this right now. The only quarterback on the planet that has better arm talent than Jordan Love is Matthew Stafford. I mean, Mahomes got good arm talent. Who else? Kyler Murray has very good arm talent. I would put Rodgers over Love, even though Rodgers is 42 years old. His birthday is next Tuesday. We'll sing happy birthday to Aaron Rodgers when I'm up here next week because we celebrate December birthdays in here. Okay. I'm seeing Josh Allen showing some of his arm talent, even though he got his ass beat. Herbert got arm talent. And that's just about it. That's just about it in the entire league. Well, you have quarterbacks like Tua and like Joe Burrow who are pinpoint deadly accurate. That's why they're in the league, because of their accuracy. And that's the one thing about the NFL. If you have pinpoint accuracy like Tua, like Joe Burrow, you're going to be starting in the National Football League. That's why I said, if I'm the Dolphins, and let's say you bottom out right now. Let's say you lose next week to New Orleans. You lose to the Jets. I'm looking at the Saints very closely. You lose that game next week to the Saints, folks, in Miami. I'm looking at that very closely because you'll get a high pick from the Saints for Tua. You will get that. Okay. Like Mike Florio said, there are teams around the league saying if the Dolphins don't win them, we'll take them. And this is what happens when you have a dysfunctional franchise like the Dolphins do, and that you don't draft well. All right? Because you don't draft well. It's been proven over and over and over again. Back to this man right here. I'm going to wrap it up in about 10 minutes. Let's get back to this coach right here. You had him in Miami. What happened? You people say, oh, he can't coach. He can't do this. Why is it when people go to that toilet bowl, which is the Dolphins, they lose what they have. And then when they go somewhere else, bingo, they bring it back. Is it really that toxic in Miami? Is it really? Because there's no excuse where this great man right here, this great coordinator right here, told you the truth. You people didn't want to hear it. The league is better when the Dolphins are relevant. They haven't been relevant since 1992. I'm not Big O, goes back to 19. Big O don't even give them credit for the Killer Bees years. He said they got lucky. I don't know about that. I think those Killer Bee teams, matter of fact, I'll say it now. I've seen all of it. And to me, the Killer Bees teams are my favorite teams in Miami. They're the teams that I really like the most. And it is because I've seen them be relevant, and they were always relevant back in the day. But Fangio told you the truth. You're not relevant. You think you are, you're not. Let's look at them, shall we? I did this with Manzano last week. I'll do it again for you people listening. 1995, he was 10-6. He got knocked out in the wild card. 1996, he went. I think he went 8-8. Didn't make the playoffs. 97, 10-6. Lost to New England in the wild card, 17-0. 98, great shootout with the Bills. Marino was great that day. Jimmy smashed the Flea Flakes. Stomped them at Sam Madison's locker because that's how the bitch-ass Jimmy Johnson is. And you got smoked in Denver 38-7. And then in what was the worst way to lose, in my opinion, ever. You won that great game in Seattle. It was Dan Marino's last great moment of his career. And then you get smacked by the Jaguars 62-7. 2000 was memorable. You go 11-5. Jay Fiedler at quarterback. You blew the Monday night game with Arnold Schwarzenegger when the Dolphins up 31-7 and said the Jets was going to come back and win. They did. You won one of the great heroic performances ever in the franchise history with Lamar Smith running for 200. Came back against Peyton Manning, the Colts, then you got smoked 27-0 against the Raiders. Following year, 10-6, got smoked by the Ravens at home. 10-6, no playoff appearances, 2002, 2003, Ricky's greatest years ever as a running back in the Dolphins uniform. Can't make it up. Then let's do it, folks. The last years of Huizenga, 4-12 in 04, 9-7 in 05, 6-10 in 06. I'm not going to be the Alabama coach. And what happened? Nick on that chopper and Davey flew to Tuscaloosa. The rest is history. 2007, 1-15. 2008, 11-5. Only reason why you made the playoffs, Tom Brady tore his knee. That's the only reason why you made the playoffs. And Kansas City lost to New England. New England beat Kansas City. Let me get it right. The Dolphins beat the Chiefs beat the Patriots, and that's why the Patriots went home. Knights Palace in the building. Must be Raven. Then let's go through it again, shall we? 2011, 6-10, started 0-7. 2012, 7-9, 13-79, 14, 6-10, 15, 6-10. 16, you made the playoffs at 10-6. Give Gates credit. You made it 2 weeks to go in the season. Got smoked by the Steelers. 2017, 6-10. The infamous, which made TD famous around the world, his calling the Miami Miracle. And a lot of you dumbasses voted that the greatest play in Dolphin history. There's a reason why no one takes you motherfuckers seriously. And you want to know why that is? That same play that you assholes voted as the greatest play in Dolphin history, okay, Dolphin community, was voted the real hook and lateral, was voted the greatest play of all time. Dolphins Chargers playoff game 1981. Cause you dumbasses don't look for history. Cause you dumbasses think you know everything. You don't know a goddamn thing. 5-12 in 2019. 10-6 in 2020. 9-8 in 2021. Started 1-7. Then 22. This ass clown becomes coach. Tua gets lumped up. I'm trying to think. Did you make? Yeah, you made the playoffs that year. Good for you. But you lost a tough one in Buffalo. I'll give you that. And then in 2023, you guys had a 3-game lead on Buffalo. You lose a game to Tennessee, blew the division. And then you ass clowns had to fly to Kansas City, minus 29 degrees, and we all know what happened. Last year was a disaster. This one's another disaster. And this year, your quarterback's healthy. So it's no excuse that your quarterback get hurt. He's hurt. He's standing up. So I don't want to hear that bullshit lie that you people like to tell in that bullshit community. All right? You tell him that Mace said that to him. All right? Let me wrap up with Fangio. Then I'm gonna get Raven Knight up here. Let me finish with Vic Fangio. This man is one of the greatest defensive minds in the history of the sport. And the Eagles went from, which was a team that was an also ran, to a powerhouse right now in the NFC. Now tomorrow's big game, and I told you, if you wasn't here earlier, Jalen Hurts. Word came out this week. He has complete control of the franchise, and he hates A.J. Brown, and that's one of the reasons why he doesn't throw the ball at all to A.J. Brown. I'm going to say this. He better throw it to him tomorrow, because the team they're playing tomorrow, they're hungry. Cowboys are motivated, okay? Cowboys are ready to play. They're motivated for tomorrow. Game is in Arlington. The question is, how many Eagle fans are showing up? And that's the real question. Because remember, Arlington holds 103,000. And there's plenty of tickets available, especially if you're a team that travels. So like you're the Dolphins, you're Seattle, Green Bay, who else? Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Buffalo travels now. The Chiefs travel, and we'll see the Chiefs. Well, I won't see. I'll be here with my mother, carving the turkey on Thursday afternoon. I'll be on Thursday before the game and after the first 2 games. I don't give a damn about Cincinnati and the Ravens. I really don't care about that.
What's up, man? What's up, everybody in the chat? What's up, Melina?
This is one of the greatest defensive minds. And how come in Miami and all the media members went along with it? Oh, yeah. He can't coach. He takes the 30th defense in the goddamn league in 2023, and now they're a dominant force in the league. But yet, in Miami, he couldn't coach. Really? He couldn't coach in Miami? Really? What's up, 26 PWCH? What's up, bro? Why? How come all of a sudden he can coach in Philadelphia, but he couldn't coach in Miami? Are we serious here? And that was put out there by the same man who got spit in his face last weekend, Jalen Ramsey. On his, 4th team now? Really? Okay. What's up, Raven?
What up, brother? Finally back. Just finished installing new equipment. Mic is ready. Can you hear me? Oh, shit. Can you hear me?
I can't hear Raven at all. You see if Raven's talking. Oh, he dropped off. All right. So, again, this man right here is one of the great defensive minds in the history of the sport. Somehow, in Miami, he was ran out of town. And now he has one of the most dominant defenses we've seen in a long time. Can someone explain that to me? Please, anybody, can you explain it to me?
Okay.
Raven, you ready, bro?
Can you hear me?
Okay, let me see something. You ready, fam? I can't hear him. I don't know why. I can't hear Raven at all. Well, I know you guys can hear me. Well, like I said, you guys get it done.
That?
Perfect. Again, Miami,
all right.
Get your act together. Nobody wants to hear your bullshit and your lies from your bullshit ass concept creators. And you can tell them all they're full of it, except for TD and Dudley Do-Wrong. Those guys are good dudes. Dudley Do-Wrong and TD, at least they work hard. And don't you ever forget, DolphinTalk.com. Big Mike, he is the godfather of dolphin knowledge. Other than me, of course. He is the godfather. You listen to him. He speaks facts. Now I'm done with you guys. Get the hell out of here. Hey, Raven, how you doing, baby? Getting ready for tomorrow?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Just finished installing new equipment. Sorry about that. I have to reset up my
It's okay, man.
router. Yeah, I just finished doing it. I hate when that happens. When I just decided to do a big upgrade, and I did. So I just finished installing everything.
What do you think about
Getting
tomorrow,
ready
man?
for tomorrow. Yes, I am. I'm going to be watching this one. And honestly, I don't even want to wish bad on the Cowboys. I want this to be an easy win for the Kansas City Chiefs, which I think is going to be.
No, that's Thursday. That's Thursday. You got Philly tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy eating, and then watching that, and then enjoying my extra day off.
There you go.
The Black Friday sale started the other day on Amazon. I've already been spending.
I feel you, man. I'm pumped up for this minus zero.
Okay, now you pumped up because you heard it's gonna be Hedora.
Ghidorah or Hedora?
Hedora.
Okay, that's the smog monster. And which movie? The Godzilla with Kong?
-0.
Okay.
-0 is the
I can
chatter.
deal with that. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
Because that's Toho. Yeah, I can live with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Said you're gonna like this one. This is gonna be it's gonna be a kaiju fight in this one. We was waiting to hear what the rumors are, but yeah, it's gonna be Hedora. Hedora.
Yeah.
We may actually see also on the upcoming Space Nova, we may actually see a theory explain how Space Godzilla arrives with the official introduction of Biollante.
And which one? The one with Kong or?
Yeah. I mean, now out of all the Zilla films, Biollante was the one I missed. I mean, I may have caught a few of the fight scenes, but I was like, this is stupid. He's wrestling, or I mean, he's fighting a plant. a plant like man. I'm like whatever, but I guess they're
That
gonna go
movie
because
was
I mean,
good.
yeah, a lot of people liked it, but I never sat back and watched it all the way through. I plan on doing it now because there's chatter like, okay, well, how you gonna bring Space Godzilla into it since Godzilla G cells supposedly went off in space and he went into I thought it was a black hole, but it was a white hole, and that's basically sped up how he was formed, and these crystals can, he could draw energy with crystals on his back. But one angle was Godzilla fought Biollante down in Hollow Earth, and I guess somehow his spores got off into space, and that's how Space Godzilla came. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see if that comes to fruition. But I never did watch the full story between Biollante. I mean, was he like a science experiment gone crazy or what?
Yeah, yeah. And a young lady was wrapped up into the plants, and she became Violante. Good movie.
Oh, really? So it
Hmm.
used to be it's
It was the
wait,
professor's
wait, wait.
daughter.
What, I mean, did it kill her?
Yeah, and she became Violante.
I don't remember any part. I mean, I'm gonna have to sit back and watch it. I'm gonna have to sit back and watch it.
I'm trying to find the release date for Minus Zero.
Got my hair cut.
I can't believe
Uh,
they have a Wikizilla now. Like Wikipedia, they have Wikizilla.
oh gosh, Godzilla's huge. I mean, honestly, if it was affordable, I would be cleaning up on collector stuff coming up. But I mean, wow, the prices on memorabilia. Oh, ouch. I guess
Yeah.
it's all due to the tariffs and whatever. But I was like, ouch, ouch, ouch. Even on Amazon, I mean, Amazon is doing their best trying to give you good deals, but I mean, you definitely still see the price increase, man.
Well, again, they
I
get a
was
lot
like,
of their stuff from Europe,
yeah,
and
yeah,
people don't realize that.
mhm, man.
So,
And all our stuff is made from Japan and China and Taiwan and all the fancy stuff.
well, that's what happens when they don't want black people to work. Now it's coming back to bite them more in the ass.
Yeah, and I'm like, Amazon has renewed Stargate. Stargate is back.
Why do they put Stardate back? I don't know. Give me 1 second.
Oh, Stargate. There's like a huge cult
Yeah, keep
following
talking.
of of fans that sat back and watched Stargate after the movie. They got into the TV shows. I got into it as I liked how the TV show connected directly with the film, and it it expanded like Star Trek. It expanded exactly like Star Trek. Variations of the cast and story. They end up getting spaceships. I mean, they went far. But Amazon bought the rights and they're bringing it back. Um, it's not, at least for now, I think, because I mean they're looking at making Stargate movies based on off the TV shows. Um, but that's, I think it's gonna start up again with Stargate Atlantis, the Stargate Atlantis cast that takes off or whatever. But
I just could never understand that show.
yeah, it got a little bit. I mean, it went a little bit far out. Yeah, it did. It did. And I mean, and then the game, because Stargate also had an online MMO, which people are still playing, I believe. I think it's still running, and people are playing to this very day. It was when we were running Star Wars Galaxies, Stargate Online was coming up. Well, I mean, they were. competition, but hey, we Star Wars. You couldn't mess with Star Wars as far as fan. You couldn't touch us. But when Star Wars Galaxy shut down, people were also playing Star Wars or Stargate, and they kept the canon going. That what spurred on the TV shows and the revival, because those gamers were into the Stargate universe so much that they was like, hey, the Stargate Atlantis one, that was a good show, yada yada yada. They got into it.
Wow.
Back to Star Trek on this new Starfleet University show. I'm I'm interested because it is taking place in the century that I am most attracted to. And that is the one that did have the black captain from the Discovery era. I mean, we're in the 32nd century or so. I like the futuristic ships. I like what Starfleet can do in the future. Skipping way, way beyond Picard era. And I'm like, yeah. Um, I like seeing the closure from all previous generations from in that future show. Now they doing a whole universe thing, and they got the DEI going on in it. It's CBS, but or Paramount, but I'm like I'm still okay with it. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna just sit back and just watch it and enjoy it because they're gonna follow up on your characters from Deep Space Nine. Oh,
Mhm.
Deep Space Nine. Whatchamacallit? Um, um, Cisco.
Yeah, Avery
Oh,
Brooks.
yeah, they're bringing his Avery Brooks. Yeah, they're bringing back. Well, they're bringing his story back from after Deep Space Nine ended. He basically went off. Now he's been out of the. He ain't necessarily really been out of the universe, but in the comics, he basically became like this dimensional time god on a level of a god, and there's like a theory what happened to him or whatever. But in the show, they're gonna actually touch base on that because there's like they written him back where he's gonna be coming back. You know, and it's gonna be interesting. I'm like, okay, you got some continuations here. All right, so yeah, I'm intrigued. Plus, I like the futuristic starships. The futuristic starships on a whole different level than Generations. I love Generations. I love Picard. Love Kirk. They figured out a way to bring back Kirk, William Shatner, before he transitions. He's like, okay, you can figure out a way to bring Kirk back. I'll do it. They figured out a way to bring him back. Uh, there's actually, it's like, just see if the core fans, the people that are still reading the comics or whatnot, uh, if they really into it, I think it's about to be released, but it's in a comic book strip. Basically, like we rejuvenated his DNA, and he basically comes back in the future to see everything that's transpired since, based off of his legacy. Uh, in this Starfleet University, Kirk actually has a whole hall, of course, James T. Kirk Hall. I mean, it's like it's a university. So yeah, he comes back and looks at that and is like, this is what you've done for my legacy. Like this is everyone's just like, wow, he's back. But yeah, the Star Trek's gonna be back. And they also greenlit finally from the Abrams universe the next Star Trek 4. And then there is a new director for an actual factual uh, Star Trek, and I don't know what that's going to be about, but that's actually just gotten the green light. Yeah, I mean the universes are going to start popping up. We only got one more showing of Godzilla. After this film, and then it's going to be Star Wars. Star Wars is going to be back.
I'll skip Star Wars.
I mean, yeah, if they do it right and they retcon a lot of that crap, I am, and I mean it is gonna be about that. I mean they did say that okay, Daisy Ridley will be back, Ray will be back. Yeah, all right, they starting to do it now. They've been in production or practice or rehearsal for at least about a year now. But I mean it's well underway. Uh, I mean we'll see it. We'll see that trailer sometime in 27 or 28.
So that trailer will be coming out soon.
A teaser of it. I mean, it's been underway. I even think Mark Hamill is in it. I mean, even Mark Hamill, despite everything he said, I think he's actually back in it because they done showed them together. It's like they're doing it again. So yeah, there's some retcons in it, but we'll just see. We already know how Disney is.
So they're celebrating the 50th anniversary.
Mhm.
Because it's going to be 50 years next year in 2027.
Now Rosario Dawson has been the most silent, so we're waiting to see what they're gonna do because the Ashoka character is in the next set of Star Wars films. I mean, pretty much her and Vader and that storyline with the Skywalkers. Yeah, I mean, she is basically Ahsoka's gonna meet up with Rey, and so that's why I'm like, oh, this is a catalyst to the next trilogy, whatever the hell it's about. But yeah, it's farming. Oh, you get me wrong, I'm gonna be hyped for it. I actually like Rosario Dawson and Asuka. That was a good show. They did good on that. You know, but we'll see. You know, but I gotta do my homework on Biollante, and then I gotta sit back and just find some entertainment, play some games, because my football season is over with, bro.
Mine's never started.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I mean, for real, I mean, a few wins throughout the season is gonna be good, but I mean, nah, it's over for us. You know, that's a rough end. That's a rough, finishing season for the Cowboys. I don't know if they can make it through it all. Yeah, and then you get into the
For the
playoff.
next
Nah,
five is at home.
still, I mean, they can exceed my
So
expectations, but can we get past the first round in the playoffs? Then you really exceed my expectations. No.
yeah, that's a dilemma.
Mm.
You know,
But no, I mean, no, you never know. We don't know. We'll just see.
do you like the fact that I'm gonna switch back to wrestling? 'Cause I know you love that so much. So you don't like the move that Vince
Oh,
sold out to the
yeah,
Saudis?
I'm hyped for War Games. I'm gonna check that out next week. Oh
What
yeah. Oh
WWE's
yeah.
doing war
Oh
games?
yeah. Yeah, they doing War Games. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, AJ Lee is gonna be in it. Oh
Is that
yeah, AJ Lee, Jay Cargill, they're all in it. Oh yeah, the women's war game is wild. I'm like, okay, I'm watching this. I'm gonna watch this. It's gonna be funny. Yeah, and Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns on their war game side on the guys' end. I'm watching it. I'm like,
when is
yeah,
that tonight? No, it's not
it's
because
next week.
Survivor Series is next weekend.
Yeah, it's next week. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I went ahead and did the upgrade and just finally decided, I haven't subscribed to Netflix in well over 20 years. I used to be. a huge. I mean, when they were doing the DVD rentals, oh yeah, that was huge. Me and my girlfriend, we were huge Netflix renters. But you know,
The old
the shows
Netflix and
once in a while.
chill.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the old Netflix and chill. I mean, that was our shit. It really was. I mean, the Netflix and chill back in the day with your girl. I mean, that was it. Man, I used to rent 20 some damn DVDs just to chill over the weekend. And we just stay cooped up in the spot, you know, Netflixes and chilling in the underwear. Anyway, um, but I wanted to catch up on Stranger Things, and then you know I think they may have maybe something out there that I might like, but otherwise, all WWE is behind that. It's gonna be behind the paywall. So I was like, I went ahead and decided to do it. I just from what I just installed today, I got 6 months free of Peacock, so that'll take me to WrestleMania. You know, and I mean, it ain't selling out. It's just the fact that it's big business. It's just big business. I mean, if you have a brand, your brand is bought from every corner of the world, then they gotta have a chance too. Shit, they got a hell of a lot more money than the offers over here. Yeah, I mean, someone offered you a few billion to say, hey, can you bring your wrestling event over to my country, and if we do a business deal, we honor each other in a business deal. Boom, here's your reward. Boom, here's a bigger contract. Can you give me the biggest, one of your biggest events at least once? Boom. Yeah. I mean, one of the most expensive WrestleManias in history.
And like I said the other day when it happened, when I was up here, I don't see too many Americans making that trip.
I mean, military that's there will. Uh, yeah, I mean, military definitely will. Uh, and I mean, the rich will. Shit. I mean, I think their new city will probably be. Uh, I think their new city will probably be almost complete by then.
I see a lot of Europeans making that trip. Do you, Raven? Bargoff, what's up, buddy? You want to come in? I think Raven lost his mic. Yeah, Raven lost his mic. Let me get him back up here. There he is.
All right. All right. All right. Can you hear me?
Crystal clear.
All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, all these updates, all these apps are just updating left and right. My PlayStation is finished updating.
Yeah,
Um,
keep doing your work, Bargoff. Bargoff's on the treadmill right now.
nice. But I mean, it's gonna be an expensive one. I mean, people gonna complain. I mean, even the talent was upset. But I'm like, y'all frowning now, but wait till y'all get them paychecks. You're gonna be quiet
Mm-hmm.
then. Every last one of them. Every last one of them gonna be quiet.
I totally agree with
Brock
that.
Lesnar was pissed off the first time. Yeah, I mean Brock Lesnar was pissed off the first time he went. Well, before he went, he came back smiling. I think he made. I think it was like a $5 million. It was a $5 million check for them appearances. I mean, them guys made. I mean, they made some money that they just quiet about it. They're trying to be all. We were in that political era. You know what I'm saying? But now,
Hmm.
nah. Watch when it come up. I mean, they looking at making 20 million a pop. I don't know why they.
Because of how far
But
the
I
trip
mean,
is.
yeah. Well, I mean, they're basically giving. I mean, they're giving 747s away. Okay, as gifts. All right, come on. It's one of the most protected places on the planet. It won't be nothing that go down here. And they are a vital ally. We have to do it. It's just the way it is.
Don't tell me. I mean, next weekend I'll be
I
doing
mean,
the Vikings and Seahawks next Sunday. Don't tell me, bro. I'm not worried about it. And it's a lot of wrestling
yeah.
fans were upset.
Yeah, a lot of them are upset about it. I'm like, what? Are you looking around? I'm not seeing tickets coming out free. I mean, they're giving that to people that cure that beating cancer, kids that are sick. They've given it to people that definitely deserve free tickets. But not every ticket is free. It's gonna cost. And sadly, another factor which they're not weighing in, if they ain't noticed, Gen X has its spending habits, millennials have theirs, Gen Z is on a whole different level. They consume and they they are ingrained to spend.
Yeah, I
They
know.
will just buy. They will. Boom. Yeah, they increase the demand. Then they also like to flunk off, but flex their trinkets that they buy. So them belts, yeah, we're gonna see people walking around with 1,100, $1,500 belts, just like a boxing champion.
Hey, Raven, I'm gonna have mine in
They're
two
gonna
weeks
see
for my
people,
birthday.
and I'm like, they're getting bigger. I'm like, oh, they're getting bigger. I'm like, that makes me want to buy one.
We called it. I remember when Melina
I want one.
couldn't
Hey,
believe
my
how.
niece. uh, My niece and I, we started
Yeah.
talking about our belts, and
Hmm.
she goes, of course she done bedazzled hers, and I was like, you know what, the belt with diamonds actually do look nice, and I was like, you know what, I want real diamonds in my. It's just like the prince has his. And I was like, oh my god. Mhm. Right.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Right. They're gonna put on a good show. It's gonna be fun to watch. I gotta say, it's gonna be entertaining. But yeah, I'm excited for War Games. We might even see a Rock appearance on that. I mean, this would be a perfect spot for the Rock just to pop up. You know, John Cena done his thing. You know, he's gonna give one hell of a speech for Hall of Fame.
Lucina.
Yeah, yeah, he's gonna give one hell of a speech. I might see his aunt in the audience. Yeah, I got like he gonna have to. I mean, he gonna have to give props to his family. His family gonna be there. Yeah, all his family gonna be there. All of them. all of them gonna be there. And I'm like, I know for a fact if they the camera hits his family, I'm gonna see his aunt right there. I was like, oh, there he is. Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking real forward to it.
Yeah, I definitely can see that, man. No doubt about that, bro.
And then we just sit back and wait for Dwayne to figure out. I mean, he's gotten over in Hollywood with his dude. I mean, man has a chance. He could win an Oscar for that. I'm not lying. Have you seen it yet? The movie he did for the MMA fighter.
No, I heard it's good though. That's what I heard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's made this might get him an Oscar. I It might, because I mean the Academy look at that when you, even though it's makeup, but when you physically change for a role, you start getting into, Academy start looking at that. They look at that, and he hit all the marks. He hit all the marks. So it's like if they don't even nominate him, it's gonna be some backlash. It's gonna be some big backlash. But if he gets nominated and he wins it, oh man, look out. Look out. TKO is just on top. That's it.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I definitely hear you with that one, bro.
But the
Yeah.
the other talent, when you look at them now, the other talent is all next generation, and it's just like they got so long to go. But when you start looking at how they change from one generation to the next, you'll have Roman Reigns being a top dog for about a good 5, 10 years. Next thing you know, another person comes in, they get they shine for 5, 10 years. Like when it looks like about when you in about a good 5 years and you still got potential to move you on further up. But I mean, the old school is now the attitude era is pretty much retiring out. So it's like this is what we're gonna have. And it's like you look at the age drop, well, the age has dropped. You go from your 40s down, to your 30s, and then boom, you got a whole bunch of 20 somethings. And the 20 somethings get hurt left and right. God, they get hurt. They go to the independent circuit. Those I've watched a few independent circuit matches recently.
Hmm.
Nah, I wouldn't be doing them stuff.
It amazes me that how many grown men just love wrestling. It's
in a
amazing to me.
different in a different promotion, and I mean, they have some gory matches.
I mean, I love the belts. I mean, that what my plan is, between me and you, I'm planning on getting every TNA belt ever made, bro. I already got four coming.
Yeah, you better get it before that WWE logo come over
You ain't
TNA.
lying. I better get that shit quick. I better get
And
that
I
shit
mean,
quick.
it's I guess it's gonna happen next year, uh, but it's pretty much looking like they're buying TNA.
Yeah, I can see that, bro.
Hmm.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, they on the backlogs, it's like they've moved toward that direction because I mean the owners of TNA, of course, they want their cut, you know. But yeah, it looks like they are. It probably is going to be a huge one of Triple H's big announcements prior to WrestleMania, because WrestleMania obviously is opening up fourth walls, well, fourth
Mm-hmm.
doors. So you got other promotions now going to be part of it, which it honestly it should have grown to that. It should have always been that. To be honest with you, you know, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna have different talent come in from other promotions, and that'll hype up their promotion.
Yeah. Yeah, I just look at it as I don't watch it. I have no need to, but it just fascinates me how wrestling, ever since the Attitude Era, really, and Miami loves this. Since the days of the WCW have really just catapulted. You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
got to give a
I
lot of
like
credit to
what they
these. Yeah, go ahead.
I like. I mean, when it comes to professional wrestling today,
Hmm.
what I've honestly enjoyed the most is the fact that how they do the glow wrestling, women's wrestling, and guys,
Yes.
we've been
Women,
loving women's wrestling for ages, and
women,
they took that
no, go
going
ahead.
back from the strip club with mud wrestling. I mean, going with the strip club with women's mud wrestling. It's always been a pool for guys to watch, right? But they've taken
Yeah.
that and they brought out full front athletes that are now selling out seats. Women's wrestling over the past 20 years has just gone to a whole different level. And I love it. I love every bit of it. I mean, the guy side can get boring. People die, you got ups and downs. You got controversies. You got same with women, a few of them here and there, but otherwise else, you still got these attractive women, beating the hell out of each other. And I'm like, this is just wonderful. I can just sit back and eat popcorn and enjoy it. And I told you what the WWE was going to do for scouting when it came to picking black athletic, true black, true athletes. Collegiate. Boom. You got Bianca. You got Jay. Oh, you got more. You got Lash. I mean, oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna be a few surprises down the road when it comes to who they're gonna start recruiting. So I'm like, yeah, they Stephanie McMahon did turn that around and turned it to a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to deal with Sunnies anymore. You know, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like what they've done. I like what they've done over the years. I never thought I would be seeing women beat the hell out of each other, start bleeding all over the place and stuff. Well, mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah. 305 loves that WCW.
No man, WCW is gonna be etched in our minds forever. That was a good run. It was a dang good run. Dang good run.
Sure was. I mean, what it did was it gave McMahon some competition, and McMahon said, "Fuck it, I'll buy him out. I'll give Ted
But
Turner
man,
a deal he can't refuse."
McMahon, McMahon had the first real threat, was on the ropes, and did the biggest comeback before his best friend Donald Trump did the biggest comeback in history. But yeah, and I still got respect for Vince McMahon over the fact that that man was on the ropes. The company was risking going bankrupt until that help came through. I'm like, and then he brought that shit back so bad, so fast with Stone Cold. Uh, and the Monday Night Wars. We've been wanting to have another Monday Night Wars. It ain't you just can't. No, you just can't.
It's sad, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, man. I agree with that. What you just said.
I mean, it's just there's no way. It's I no. It's just mm. AEW puts on a good alternative, but at the same time, it's not like it still ain't gonna be like WCW. How WCW was coming for him. But I mean AEW and Tony Khan. I mean you got to work with them. You can't go. It ain't gonna. We ain't gonna ever have another war. Yeah. Oh, that was a ride. What a ride. What a ride.
And you're enjoying all
Yeah.
this.
I was enjoying it. ECW, ECW, NW. Oh, Degeneration X.
Yeah, 305 loves that. Shout out to him today. I see
Shout
him
out
up
to
here
him.
later tonight when I be back up here later tonight. Now, go ahead, talk to me. Okay. This
But what?
new Godzilla, the one that they're making here in America,
Hmm.
he's fighting in that one the small monster, which you know as Hedorah, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, where will Biollante be? What movie is Biollante?
Okay, no, well, okay, so the theory is a theory, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I mean, if you're doing a film adaptation of Biollante, what it's going you're gonna have one actor in a suit, and you're gonna have a whole bunch of motion capture cameras, as well as you're gonna use CGI because it's what a plant, right? It's basically like a plant lizard, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, I done heard theories about him being a plant, being a scientist, being an experiment. Well, either
Yeah, he
way it
was, and,
goes,
he was. It was an experiment, and it went. An experiment went wrong, killed his daughter, and then his daughter became Biollante
so
and
many
metamorphed.
variations I've heard about his origin story. Well, somehow, some way, because I'm like, well, how did they get Godzilla's cells? What, from his skin, from shedding or something? What?
I believe so, if I can remember it. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. All right, because I'm like, how did they get his cells? I mean, chunks of them fell off, or like, well,
yeah. It
that's
did.
right. He does. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he does regenerate, but yeah, a chunk of them will fall off. I guess you could take that in to perform research on. I guess
I
so.
haven't seen that movie in a minute. I don't think
And
I've
it's
seen
apparent.
Biollante in like 30 something years, man.
Well, it's apparent they already know how to re-engineer his waist because they did state that in the MonsterVerse when it came to his waist. His waist was recycled, and they have a whole new uh, free energy, clean energy from it. From they figured out how to actually re-engineer his waist. So it was like it was a running joke that we now know what we use the Godzilla's poop for. You you know. So they did state that, and as the King of the Monsters go off in the news clippings, that's what it's a shot there that was hinting at it. So we already know that. But either way, people was connecting Mothra versus Godzilla with how the spores. There's like another way. It was like Mothra, and when Mothra went up against Godzilla, Mothra flew up in space, and the spores from She carried Godzilla's G cells out in space, and it went off into a hole or something. And I'm like, nah, you're not gonna do that. That don't make no sense. I mean, nah, they're a couple in the MonsterVerse, so nah, that ain't gonna happen. But the Biollante angle, that could happen. Another angle, which I'm like, you still can go off of Ghidorah, because I don't believe Ghidorah was just yelling for the Titans on planet Earth. I honestly think space monsters could have heard that too and are on the way. Gigan, Space Godzilla. Yeah, I mean, that's how you would write it. If you can't bring in the aliens already, that's the only way I could think, would make sense. You can't just pop up. What were they called? The Exilians or something? You can't
Yeah,
pop up in the movie. It was just like, hey, boom, we're not really human, and we brought these two titans down to fight Godzilla and Kong. That doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes sense for a popcorn movie, but no, you just can't do that all at once because it has to connect with the finale film, which is a all destroy all monsters scenario, battle royal. So, I mean, if you're writing it right, you can't really use Mothra, the Mothra angle. You could make sense to use Ghidorah, you know, or go with Biollante. So it's really out of Ghidorah and Biollante. And it's like we've already had Ghidorah twice. So technically you can't really use Ghidorah. That cancels him. We've already seen him. You can come back as Mecha Ghidorah. How you gonna explain that in 2027? I don't know. Kids today will be like, man, that's bullshit. You know.
yeah, but here's the problem, and it happened to Star Wars. I don't think Star Wars connects with the Gen Z or Baby Alpha crowd. It
Well,
connects with the
Alpha definitely not. Now Gen Z, yeah, because that's what they were all diverse. Gen Z totally diverse. Gen Z
when
is
that
off of the
movie came
millennials.
out. When Star Wars, I saw most of the movies. I'm talking about the good movies in the theater, and I can tell you when Star Wars, the one where was it? I didn't see the first one, but they remade that was whack anyway. When they did the Attack of the Clones, okay, little kids were sleeping in the theater, bro. No lie. When I was in Chicago at the convention, the Godzilla convention, 20 years ago,
Attack of the Clones was boring.
when Final Wars was in the theater, all the little kids went to sleep. Because what the little kids thought was it was just going to be like Destroy All Monsters. Instead, it was a lot of, because this was hot back then, it was a lot of Matrix bullshit, and it turned the kids off. They went to sleep. So, but since then, uh, I'm just going to keep it 1,000. King of the Monsters, excellent, one of the best movies ever. Even I say that. Americans did a good job. Where America again dropped the ball is this bullshit with that damn ape in the movie, the damn gorilla. While I have complete confidence in Toho that they'll make it up. What they did with that -1 bullshit, they will definitely make it up in -0.
hmm
And by the way, it's going to come out exactly the same time it came out 2 years ago. So it's going to be coming out next winter, like a year from now. It'll be in the theater.
A year from now, yeah, that's gonna come out, and then the following year, Supernova will be out.
I'll skip Supernova, of course.
Ah, come on. I mean, until I get some hard, like a toy, which we are expecting. See, they're being smart this time. They know they're gonna release the movie, with the movie synopsis, and then when the marketing gets a hold of them dang toys, because they're gonna advertise it. I mean, Godzilla merchandise is not cheap anymore. It is
Hell
not.
no, never was.
It never was. It never was. Uh,
Remember,
Oh,
I've
they
been
didn't
a fan
already
of
beat
this.
my 2000. They didn't already beat my $2,000 atomic Godzilla statue. They already beat it. They already beat it. They got a new version out, and I was just like, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like I told you, man. If I always said this, if you really like, I love Godzilla, you know that. I know that blew your mind when I told you that 4 years ago, bro. I am very honored to have every. I don't have the American movies he made. Really, I'll never get the one with Matthew Broderick. That'll never be in my collection. But I think I got.
I burnt
I
mine.
believe it. The
I
Raven.
bought
This
it
gonna
back then.
shock you. I do have the one against Kong. What was the one that just passed? What was that called again?
Godzilla versus Kong,
The second one. What was the Empire?
New Empire.
I got that in my collection. Believe it or not. I never watched
Mm-hmm.
it, but I have it.
Oh, man, you gotta get off this hate on Kong. He, oh my God, he's a good guy.
See, the difference with me, I think you're more with the MonsterVerse. But the difference between me and the MonsterVerse, I can honestly say they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They go by what they like for them. I'm gonna go back and say they're more in tune with the Final Wars era. Am I right about that?
Uh, Not really.
So
I
they
mean,
go
there's
back to
been a
so they go
resurgence.
back to 1962.
I mean, there's been a resurgence in the vintage stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's good to get fucked up watching them goofy ass costumes, man. It's funny as hell. Now, believe it or not, the one that I did not like, the one that I just did not like. I mean, when Godzilla slid on his tail, bro, I was done.
That was Godzilla. I
Uh,
could tell you what movie that was right now. That was Godzilla versus Megalon.
Versus Megalon, that roach or whatever it was, I hated Megalon, dog.
Oh,
I hated
that
Megalon
was
with a
the roach was
passion.
Gigan. The roach was Gigan. That was Gigan.
Gigan is the space chicken,
That's
the
a damn good
cyborg
movie,
space
by the
chicken.
way. I'll
Yeah, I
say
know
that, and
Gigan I messed with,
I'll say that,
but
and Terror of Mecha Godzilla was the two best movies he made in the 1970s. No question.
and what they when it came to Mechagodzilla, then they rebuild him what like three times?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Four. The fourth one was whack. That Mecha Godzilla was whack. They did that terribly. That was the first Godzilla versus Kong. That was the terrible Mecha Godzilla. The real one, I'm gonna say, was 30 years ago when they did the movie in 1994. That was one of the great movies ever made. Matter of fact, I'll honestly say this: the movies in the 90s were better than the movies in the 60s.
Well, Adam did want to do when it came to Mechagodzilla, they did have some more modern ideas for him
Mm-hmm.
because the reason why he had that robotic body, he was supposed to be able to transform. That's how he got around. Instead of walking around, he actually was able to transform to a flight vehicle. But they connected that. It's like if we do a transformation of Mechagodzilla, people automatically will connect them to Triptychon because Triptychon was based off of Godzilla
Mm-hmm.
and Mechagodzilla, the
Mm-hmm.
Transformer universe. And so that's why they had to do an audible like that. We just can't do it. But that I mean they had some sequences there where you saw Mechagodzilla transform and hunt for Godzilla. But
Yeah.
they went ahead and did an audible and cut it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Because they
man.
was like, nah, if we do that, people call him, that's not Mecha Godzilla. People instantly think it's a Triptychon. Instantly. I was like, you got dang right, because that's the first transform I would think of.
You
Triptychon.
know,
I'm like, oh
I
my
never
God, they
told
got
you
a
this.
Decepticon.
I never told you this. I met the original creators of Godzilla. They was in the 30 years ago. They was at the convention in Chicago. You should go to the convention, Raven. You will love it. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I've been to at least five of them. You will love the conventions. I'm dead ass about that. I'm thinking of going this year because it may be the last time I ever go. I'm seriously considering it.
I might. The only conventions I'm actually interested in going back to are the adult ones, but I am getting more intrigued about the horror conventions. Like
Oh God, this is.
yeah, we haven't. I mean, the
Matter of
lady
fact,
that starred in Insidious, she's coming
yeah.
down here.
Let me check this one.
I'm trying to meet with them. Yeah. Mhm.
Let me see. Let me find this out.
I have to say, I am enjoying this Fallout anniversary. I mean, my game looks so much different. It looks so much better once updating. I'm glad I got my new equipment. Yes, 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 yes,
Let me
yes.
find
Life
out
is good.
when some conventions are coming in for next year. All right, the next one will be the LA Con. Will be at the end of August in Anaheim. Boston's in February. Let's see what else they're gonna have. I'll look at this is the sci-fi connection conventions. I love those, man. Told you when I went to took my nephew to meet all the wrestlers. That was the day when I met Jerry Lawler and Wayne Ferris. You know Wayne as the Hunky Tonk Man, but he wanted to meet Christopher Daniels. Um, I walked right past Robert Downey Jr. Stuck my hand out. He shook my hand,
Mm.
and I kept walking. I saw him. He was sitting there. You know, a whole bunch of Marvel geeks were there. I walked right past the man. I said, "Oh shit!" Say hello to him. Stuck my hand out. He shook my hand. Not that hard. Meet some of these people, folks. I told you the story with me and Rob England. I mean, I told him I know him more as Willie and V. He said, "Remember that?" I said, "Man, every time that shit comes on, I stop what I do. I watch the whole miniseries. I watch all 5 days. I don't give a fuck, or all 10 hours. I don't care." Find out when they're in Texas for you because you live down in Texas. So
Nah,
they're doing a
we're
lot of
we're
East
we're
Coast
we're
shows.
hoping. I mean, down here we're hoping for more deals because we got Yellowstone. We got Yellowstone that had filmed in Fort Worth, and I think they're doing a spinoff to Yellowstone. I mean, we're hoping more movie deals come up as people get the hell up out of California.
Bro, they're in Oak. They're in how far? They're in Oklahoma City, uh, May 22nd to 24th.
Mm.
I
My
know you're
brother's in
close to me.
Oklahoma right now filming.
They're in Norman, Oklahoma, in June. They don't come to my area, so
Hmm.
yeah, they don't go to.
Yeah.
That's the closest one for you is OKC.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they
Story of
like to
our
go. You
life.
know,
That's okay.
they like to go to rural places. Believe it or not.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. We gonna well, it's okay. We got Universal coming, so I ain't worried. As soon as Universal get moved on in,
Let me
we
do
we
the
gonna
horror.
be okay. We gonna be all right. Yep. Yep. We gonna be a-okay.
Hmm. Universal Horror Unleashed. That's what you're talking about, Raven?
No, Universal Studios.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's right here. All new horror
Yeah,
experience, the official site, universalhorrorunleashed.com. All from Universal
that's right.
Studios. It's in
That's right.
Vegas.
Well, we getting their park. Um, it's a huge development that's ongoing right now. They're moving out to where by the Cowboys training facility.
No, really?
It's a gigantic park for kids. It's basically what no, what, remember they had their parks too. Like Six Flags and such. They had
Mm-hmm.
Universal.
Yeah.
We got that moving out here. I mean, in Dallas, I mean, we actually have all the major studios,
Yeah.
but they're it's like they're almost, well, for obvious reason who they are.
Yeah.
It's almost like a secret.
Damn,
You
July
know,
4th weekend, they're going to be in Montreal, man. I'll think about that.
Montreal.
Yes. They'll be in Toronto in August, at the end of August. This is the horror conventions now.
Nice.
The big show in Vegas, that's October 1st to the 4th. Yeah. Let me see when they're going to have the. Hold up, I know what it's going to do. Here we go. Wrestling belts
Woo.
conventions. This is something I would go to. And you could buy any belt you want at these conventions. Let me see. Here we go.
How come I can't put it down? I don't have like all these levels. Thank you. No points for winning.
Damn, they're going to be in Kansas City. All right, let me get out of here. I'll do that later. Hey, so how you been, man? Everything good? How's the new job coming?
Mm.
How, Raven?
I think I'm.
No, I asked you, how's the new
Everything's
job?
wonderful.
There you go.
Everything's wonderful. It's
I'm glad
wonderful.
for you, man.
Wonderful.
You know, everybody
It's
misses you in
wonderful.
here.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, we all miss you in here. We're glad that you're coming back from time to
Say
time,
again.
your busy schedule. Did you, let me end it with you with this. Did you catch Platinum Elite this morning?
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been able to catch all of his shows. I've been over here, been over there. And like, I just like, I caught a couple of Danika's, conversations. Uh, I'm acclimating, so it's like I'm getting my feet back on the ground, and yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired right now, but I'm going right back at it. Come Monday. I love it. So far I love it. It's
That's
just
great.
I mean this time I mean just this time around, I'd make sure to stop, cut Keisha off at the pass so she can't fuck with me.
There you go, bro.
But I was just like at the same time realizing, you know, socially Black women are just like that nowadays, and I'm like, that's a damn shame.
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, they one, I'm noticing it down to two demographics, and I understand why. It ain't like this is brand new shit. It's just I'm shocked that so many, so at least around Dallas, so many females are doing the same thing as each other. It's like they told them to be this certain way, and then they just clones of each other. They act just like each other. They talk damn near exactly like each other. So in a conversation with one, you done held this conversation with another sister. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a Groundhog Day effect. When you meet a new black woman, or a new black woman meets a decent black man, she's gonna approach him and she's gonna automatically by default ask some default motherfucking questions, failing to even comprehend or anticipate that, or even presume that maybe this man has been asked this question before. And if this man has been asked the same question, not once, not twice, but every single almost month or year or decade or decades, with every interaction he's had with a black woman, you would think or hope decades later that sisters come to you with a different type of conversation, right? So you can have ones that stick with conversation A, and then you do have those special anomalies that are the special ones. These are the ones that you want to keep in your inner circle. These are the ones that I categorize as my platonic friends. These are the ones I care about. These are the ones I take care of. They step to you with a whole different type of conversation instead of asking you or starting off the conversation like the group in conversation A would start off. That number one question is, got any kids? Now, a child free female, she ain't had her first yet. She'll step to you you'll have a total different conversation with her. You will have a fun conversation because both of
Fun,
you
really?
do not have children. A single mom step 100% personality difference. One like night and day. Oh, she could be ovulating and going through her baby fever right then, but still, without that child or already had a kid or not in the part of the baby mama village or whatnot, her friends may be, but she is. You'll have a total different type of conversation. It's more grounding. They're more real. And it's not all, but I mean it's a big majority of conversation A. They'll lead in with how many kids you have, which is also icing to see if you're single or not. Then they will ask you, would you want to have more right after? I done noticed this shit from women in their 20s up to their 60s. And the one in their 60s, I look at them and literally go off. I don't be nice anymore. I was like, your generation is the main generation why everybody's fucked up now because you up here trying to pressure. Ooh, everybody should have kids. Do you understand child-free people exist in this world for reasons? And I'm like, and do you ever understand? Do you ever look at a person's age before you stop asking that goddamn question?
Yeah,
That are
I
like,
hear
I
you, man.
finally now. I stopped them with that. And I shut them down with that shit. I finally just started allowing a little bit of my gray hair to show. And I mean, it looks good on me. I like it. At first, I was like, wow, when I start turning gray, is it really going to, go over the whole thing, but no, it's not. Just a little low street. And I was like, okay, that looks kind of, yeah, that looks wisdom. I got wisdom, goddamn it. Yes. I was like, all right, yeah, been here half a century. Woo! So, I'm like, you realize that you're talking to a person that's half a century old. Do you think that person's going to have kids right now? Some do, some don't. But why the fuck would you ask me
Yeah, I hear
that?
you, man.
And then I used to quote, fuck them kids, they're not mine, which I love to say it. I love to say it. That shuts down a lot of bullshit. But I'm learning to adapt. I've met some wonderful single mothers. I have. I have. I'm like, okay, she done showed me a different side. I like show me different examples. And I'm like, okay, I've met a lot of exceptions to the rule. Put it to you that way. But not everyone is an exception to that rule.
I
But
couldn't do it, Raven.
there are out there. They are out there.
You're a better man than me. I
I
couldn't
learned
mess
that
with
it's a balancing act. But yeah, that aspect of it, I still wouldn't do it. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me money to do that shit. Nah, been there, done that. Nope. I mean, these new age baby mamas, they fail to realize that they are not only in competition with child free women, but they are also in competition with other females that got kids just as much as them. And then they act like dating a single mother is something brand new. No, motherfucker, we come from the '90s. Are you kidding me? We see how this shit started. Are you kidding me? I mean, when we let out our dog years, are you fucking kidding me? You act like I don't know what a single mother's like in a relationship?
those women are so
Yeah.
lost. I don't even think about
No,
it.
nobody, it's good that young break. They don't think about that. They don't. They do. They don't. They don't. They'd rather sit in their car, whine, talk about stepdaddy applications being open. Man, get out of here.
You know
Mhm.
me, bro. My life became a lot better, even though I went through some tough times. Once my ex fiance dumped me, it's a good. Dusty was telling me this a couple weeks ago. He said he feels so much better, woman free, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it's a freedom. I mean, I'm although I've looked at the calendar and I've mourned my girlfriend's almost wife life. I've still been grieving her. I have. I thought I was over it, but I realized I wasn't over it because I made some steps toward getting in a relationship, and I tried to do a little bit of run as a fuck relationship, but that's all it was. And honestly, I was the first person that I had sex with in different in over 10 years. It was just me and her that I was with, and I was like, this when I did it, it was only for a nut. It didn't even feel right because I wasn't in love with her. And I was like, well, I'll be damned. I done mature. Ain't this some shit? I gotta get my dog collar back. And I'm like, but being woman free after the pandemic, man, that was one of the best decisions I made in my life because it got me stable again.
Yeah,
I got a chance to look at myself, give it, yeah, give a damn about myself. And that was the main thing that I lost with Melissa. That's what, that was her name. I love her so much. I prayed for it and I realized that my lust became worship and I forgot to love myself. And I need to take some time off and get my head right and begin caring about myself. I wanted to be the nigga that came to the house. I took care of all the bills. Only thing I wanted her to do was just sit back, make my man cave, look sexy for me, fuck me when I want, fuck me when I need, cook. cook whenever, because I like to cook. I mean, I don't believe in just having a woman in the kitchen. Now that's some slavery type shit. I get what they say about that shit. I don't like treating my girlfriend like that, or I wouldn't treat my wife like that. Oh, you're obligated to cook for me. No, but once in a while and throughout a week, I come home from work. You can see I'm visually tired or exhausted. Have something nice for me. You know what I mean? If I vetted you enough, you already know what I like to eat. Melissa
Exactly.
was my perfect companion. Yeah, I mean, she was my perfect companion due to the fact that I spoiled the shit out of her. But again, she was beyond a wife. She was what I will call a kept bitch. These girls today, they want to be kept bitches. Sorry. You can't just come to the table expecting to be a kept bitch when you ain't got nothing to offer. You know, that at that time was what I was willing to put up with because to me that was important, and that's what she brought to the table. She brought to the table total support, 100%. you know until shit happens. I mean, these girls today, they lost. I can't see i can't see committing myself to them. It's too much drama. They're addicted to the drama. They like to argue. They like to debate. They like to get the last word in. And it's not some, not all. It's majority.
Yep.
Some get the point. They've already been through the shit, and they don't want to do that has that type of post relationship trauma to get involved with. So they decide to go out in the streets and due to the internet, Instagram, uh, Live, that's a club, joints like that, they believe they have entitlement access to high value men. High value men get tired of the club scene. They done already been there. They've been to multiple types of clubs. It goes from the straight club to the strip club, straight on to the swinger club, and then on to the sex club. All right, we've already gone through several types of club generations. Being a former club kid of Generation
Mm-hmm.
X, I mean, I mean, we already got this experience, and they're just putting their little baby feet out, expecting to find someone to go through all the shit we've already gone through with someone else all over again. These are conversation age group type conversations. A child free woman today has a total different type of vibe. Total different type of vibe. You know, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I hear you,
So I
man.
mean, I'm navigating it. Um, I'm good to my coworkers when they're good to me. Um, I believe in, having, an Avengers type team. Uh, I'm a workaholic, which means that I push myself as well as, I don't try to push others, but I do expect them to at least keep up. I'm now throttling back on, applying that much pressure because I understand, now dealing with Generation Z, you gotta treat them with a little brush. you know. But there's things that I gotta accomplish, and I set myself on the timeline, and I try to stick to that. I think that's from all them Jason Black videos and lives, listening to him because I actually remember Jason Black. I met him before. I met him before. Way back in the day. And I'm like, yeah, it's time to do some things differently. And
Yeah.
once you don't have to, my first reaction was to be rude, kind of hostile, but I realized with black women, they get turned on by that shit. So
Yeah, they
I
do.
had to think of the Kevins. Yeah, they do get turned on by that shit. They get turned on by that shit and they keep coming. They'll keep coming. They'll use gaslighting as flirting. Basically toxic bitches. No. Yeah, that's a red flag off top. Um, but but if they good, I'm good to them. I mean, there's already a few ladies at the office. I'll be getting them some Christmas gifts just because they were so kind to welcome me into the organization. And you know, my reign is going to begin in 2026. So I just that's the only thing I'm thinking about. I'm adapting. I'm adapting to the environment. I learned not to be as critical. Try not to be as critical and judgmental, but at the same time, they be in shock when I can relate to some, because they always try to trauma bond with you, and I can relate to a lot of people's trauma being, former first responder. So, it's just, you just gotta adapt to people. These sisters, they're gonna get this shit together. They slowly turn, they turn it around, but yeah, the bad ones, you just keep the bad ones away from you. I treat them like they're dead.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I definitely
So
hear
that's
you,
just
bro.
it. That's it. I mean, uh, I don't know. Yeah, every year I drop off a little bit of ounce of grieving over, and I'm like, it is what it is. I can't save them all. Try to save them all, and nah, that save them can't save them when they don't want to be saved. You know. So I'm like, oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah,
And I tell
I
you
feel
what,
you, man.
there is a single mother out there I mean, she's straight myth category, straight, straight myth category. It's 100%. If she gave me the opportunity, I would do it. I would do it. I've only came across one Mace, one in 3.5 years, one. And if you saw her, you were like, you were a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Yeah, she sure was. Mm,
There you
mm,
go.
mm, mm,
I'm happy for you, man.
mm, 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 mm. Oh, this woman's bad. Oh, this woman's bad. You see her walking, you instantly think music video, not rap video, music video. I'm talking rock video. Yeah, yeah. No. Mm,
There you go. I know you feel good. Something that, how can I say it? Well deserving. It's been a while, right? Huh, Raven?
mm. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah.
I remember, what was it, 2 years ago when you
It's
was
only been.
crazy
I
about the
mean,
one in
no,
Philly?
no, I wasn't crazy about her. I mean, that wasn't nothing but an ex. I mean, that was just like an ex, and she wanted to do that rebound thing, and it was just some two old ships passing in the night type shit on my level. But she was, trying to use that sex as a leverage, to start something. I'm like, nah, I ain't interested. And then, a big aspect of it was the fact that, she had kids. I was like, no, I'm never. No. She had more from when I first dated her. I'm like, good God, no. Uh-uh. You know. But her little girls are. I mean, when we dated, her little girls. I mean, they were little. They were little. They were tiny. They were babies when I had met her. And now they're like 21, 22, 23. And I mean, that's chill. But she had extra ones. After that, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, damn. But I mean, that's what happened when you fuck around with strippers. That's the path that
Yeah.
they go down. Sad to say.
Man, when I was 300 pounds, every time I used to
Most
go
of them
to
come with kids these days.
every time I used to
Most
go
of
to
them come
this,
with kids these days.
every time I used to go to Sheridan in Midtown Manhattan here in New York, I used to always hook up with a fucking call girl. And this bitch was one of the baddest bitches. Not, hooking up to pay, but, always see her there. We used to always chill together. And it's talk about life, you know. It's fascinating, isn't it? Huh, Raven?
Oh man, I had well, one of my good friends. This is when I was doing the adult porn thing back in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
She was a high price escort, Italian, beautiful, classy, classy escort. She was liking my work on my website, so she had started coming to my events, and that's how we got a chance to know each other. I also did photos for her, for she can advertise to her clients and whatnot. Um, uh, this is back in the days way before Backpage existed and all this and that. But she was very classy, very, very, very classy woman. Uh, she was like, she was like, so you stopped going to strip clubs? I was like, yeah, I sure did. I like, I realized what else I can get involved with if I invested $5,000 in, and I was like, I wasted $5,000 at a strip club. Had a chance, had all these strippers, only picked one or two, But I'm like, nah, it's just a little bit too much. Nah, I want something different. And we became good friends. We really became good friends. I slept with her once. And I was like, it felt weird because we were that close as a platonic friendship that we were like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you more like a, friend. I was like, yeah, you sure are. I mean, it was good sex, but yeah, yeah. She had ended up moving back to Florida. That's where she had got her boob job. She had one of the best boob jobs I have ever seen in my entire life. And they did feel real. They felt real. Italian chick. Mm, baddie.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, at the time, well, I mean, it was one of my things. There was, what was her name? She was, see, I was actually on, I want to say it was on HBO 6. It was, well, I mean, that was the show back in the day. It was a show called HBO 6. It's like a chronicle of the adult world. When they went
Mm-hmm.
into adult webmasters, that was, they started coming to my niche because we were the basic uh, .com bubble that was blowing up at the early 2000s. I knew the creators of Bang Bus. I had interviewed with Bang Bus before Bang Bus went public 6 months before mainstream caught on to it. I knew how the Bang Bus empire started. I was right there at it. Um, Also, with Bang Bros, again, this was the start of the .com rise. I mean, all you had to do is just have your content, design you a good site, basically set up a pyramid, meaning that you create another site with different type of content and links to your main site, and you just create up 5 sites. Just creating 5 websites, you can generate millions of dollars off of that, directing traffic. How people go to those sites and they see those little pop-ups that comes up, and right now you click on that, you can make a cent from ad revenue. We did that back in 99, 2000. It's been in the world ever since. But webmasters were hired to actually create those adult sites. These were private adult sites because these were amateur. These weren't the studios was gotten concerned because they had their product like Vivid. They had their sex tape with Kim Kardashian. Meanwhile, we had your average hot wife. Pretty much making full on content. Doing a hell of a lot better than Kim K did in her sex tape. So it was a rise. You had many niches that spawned out of that. And HBO was doing those. shows and interviewing weeks and weeks. One of my mentors, which is the owner of Mandingo, had invited me over uh, to join the club as well as to, you know, get my start. These were my early cameraman days because I have a great eye. I'm damn good with cameras and working with models and stuff. I didn't want to do the porn. I just wanted to work on the set. And so I sat back and watched him do the interview with HBO. HBO had paid him like $50,000. He that was like one of my few. That was one of my very well. That was like the second time I went to New York because we were in New York. I flew to New
Mhm.
York. Yeah, and he was like, just sit on the corner. I sat on the corner and watched the interview. I was like, he paid you $50,000 for that. I was like, oh my, like, what episode would I are you this is gonna air on? And yeah, it was a good ride. It was a good ride. You know, um, that world is just back then. I mean, we were starting out after Y2K. People had anticipations of making a few million within a couple years of what we did. Now, Bang, Dirty D and them, Dirty Sanchez, they definitely made their money. I could have made mine, but I guess my conscience or soul started kicking in, my good guy side, and then also just the world started wanting me to do something else. Namely, the government asked me for help. That's why I was like, nope, you know what? I'm gonna leave this alone, put this in the back pedal, and just go ahead and help our country.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're coming back tomorrow night or Monday night, but I just want to say this to you anyway. I appreciate you being a major part of my late life since COVID, and you enjoy your Thanksgiving, my brother. We all
You
appreciate
too,
you in
man.
here.
I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all.
It was great having you up here for a couple of hours, man. Thank you for your time.
No
I
problem.
appreciate
I
it.
think I'm gonna have a pizza.
All right, man.
Think I'm
Love
gonna
you,
have
brother.
pizza tonight.
Raven
All
Knight,
right.
we'll
I'll
see
be
you.
out.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm out. Peace out.
Peace out to you, brother. We'll see you in an hour and 20 minutes for the NHL tonight. The rematch, Panthers, Oilers, in an hour 20. See you then. People in the clouds, YouTube, thanks for showing up. People in the clouds, thank you. I'll never forget my people in the clouds. Thank you very much, family. See you in an hour 20.